Hey folks, Jim Thomas here with Fitness Management and Consulting, bringing to you our fitness management update for the day. And our topic is a warning to independent gym owners. And here's what I mean. When clubs first, shut down, which was roughly middle of March, and then when they started to reopen, maybe 1st of May, middle of May, and some just now, we're kind of approaching here the middle of June right now, clubs are starting to get open. And during this time, there were some key things, for clubs that had a lot of success, there were some key things that they had followed to do this. And there was actually some key things that clubs had in place that allowed some of this success to happen. And for the clubs that didn't have this in place, a lack of success. And these are things we'll be talking about on some future videos. And here's what the warning is. I mean, right now we're sitting here in the middle of June, and in many ways, from what I see, you've really got the haves and the have-nots right now in the fitness industry. I mean, we've got clubs that, maybe previously had been doing maybe 100 sales a month. Now they're projecting 300. We've got clubs that maybe have had record months in the past of maybe 50, and now maybe they'll do 100. But there's many, many, many clubs that are really doing very well. And there's others that are struggling, and we'll be talking about, how to address that as well. But the purpose of this message today is for you folks that are really doing well. And the message here is, don't become complacent. Don't allow success apathy to work its way in. And I'm going to give you some things to be mindful of here in a moment. But, you've got, an economy that, some folks are saying, hey, it could, hit bottom by August. How will that impact things? You've got, issues with the pandemic. Some of the states, could pull back. Could change up, some of the restrictions, and these are things that could, significantly impact us. So we want to make sure, from a business side, we're following proper fundamentals. But there's three things I want to mention here to you. And these are the three things that companies that were doing this before they shut down, they continued to do this during that same period, and we want to make sure we stay focused on them now. Let's don't become complacent thinking, hey, we're out of the woods here. And so here are the three things. The first one is make sure you maintain debt that is manageable. If your debt becomes unmanageable, this is where you're going to face a lot of financial obstacles, and it's going to make this situation, potentially very difficult for you. So, be mindful of taking on additional debt. If you are taking on debt, make sure it's the kind of debt that's going to be generating revenue for you. But really be mindful of taking on this debt. If you're taking on such things as, EIDL money and PPP money, making sure that it's either in the form of a grant or, if you follow certain guidelines that, it doesn't have to be paid back, right? So make sure your debt stays manageable. The second thing is make sure that you keep on hand, some cash reserves. And the big message I would give here is at least 1 month's operating expense. You want to have that cash on hand, and to me that would be minimum. I mean, we found in some situations that some clubs that had that, it wasn't really enough in some cases. So, but have at least 1 month minimum cash reserves on hand. And the third thing is take really good care of your customers and take really good care of your prospects. You want to build that sense of community here. Okay, you want to over communicate. And you want to do it from a standpoint of providing an unprecedented level of value. So those are the three big things. Take care of your customer, maintain cash reserves, keep your debt manageable. Now there's other things we can talk about, and we will in future videos on this, but make this the foundation. Don't get complacent right now. If things are going good for you, that's great. We want them to continue, but make sure that we're being mindful that we're not quite out of this yet. All right. Now, if y'all appreciate the information that I provide, I appreciate considering hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button, to help me grow my audience and deliver more information to more people and help more people become successful in the fitness industry. Love to hear your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your business is doing. If you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll respond to any questions that y'all put in there. Again, my name's Jim Thomas. My company's Fitness Management and Consulting, and I look forward to talking to you real soon.